welcome back to my channel. RETROCENGO here. Well, I got a story I have to share it with you guys, so stay tuned. Alright, so Sunday morning after breakfast I am reading my mails through YouTube and all the comments and all that, and one of the mails I got is from a guy that tells me that he watched one of my Amiga 500 videos, and he said it was great and all that, and he had an Amiga that he didn't use. He bought it back in 1989, and if I was interested he would sell it to me. He was going to move, and if I wanted, I could pick it up, and the price he wanted was okay. All right, so I said, yeah, I'm interested. I want to buy all the Amigas I can for a reasonable price, of course. And he told me that he lived about 70 kilometers from me, and I said to him, it's Sunday. I want to enjoy my weekend with my son, so I'm not interested. But we have a Craigslist, and if you put it for sale for that price, I will guarantee you it will be picked up and sold today. So he said he don't want to mess with all that. Then he will just throw it out. And I said, no, hell no! You ain't gonna throw no Amigas out. Then let me pay for shipping and boxing and all that, and I will send you 2 bottles of red wine and all that for thank you, and transfer the money for the Amiga right now, and then it's sold. And he said he didn't have time for that. Either I pick it up or he will just throw it out. And also in the same mail he wrote to me that he didn't think that nobody will buy his Amiga because the keyboard was missing. When I heard that, then I knew that it was a boxed Amiga, because at the price point I thought it was an Amiga 500 or an Amiga 600, you know, the Amigas in the cheap end. And when he said that the mouse and keyboard were missing, then I got really interested. I said, here's my number, please call me. So he called me, and we talked, and he said it was back in '89. He bought it from new. He also had a Commodore 64, and he had that one he sold for 10 years ago, but he had one game that was just gold for him. Well, so we talked about the Amiga, and he explained how it looked, and he said that it had an expansion box on the right side. Then I said, is it an Amiga 1000? And he said he didn't know. It had a built-in disk drive, an expansion box in the side. And I was like, built-in disk drive, it can be Amiga 2000, 3000, 4000 of course, but a box on the side, on the right side, I was like, it must be an Amiga 1000. Please send me a picture, please send me a picture. And I got the picture. It was an Amiga 1000, guys, without no keyboard, without the mouse, alright, but Amiga 1000. Condition unknown, haven't been used for so many years. And I saw the box on the side. It looks like the Golem, looked like the Golem 2 MB RAM expansion that I just love on this machine. And I was like, alright, don't throw it out, don't do nothing. I will drive all the way up to you. It took me 1 hour, a little more than 1 hour. So I bought him 3 or 4 bottles of real nice red wine, and when I came up there I saw this machine. I was just, oh my god, I'm just in love with it. The keyboard was missing, the mouse was missing, but the other stuff, it was there, and I was just so happy. I of course gave him the money he wanted. That was alright with him. and some bottles of red wine and some chocolate, and he was just so happy with the deal. And he said that he had one Commodore 64 game that that he never will get rid of, because he loved the, it's right over here, 2 seconds, because of the title, or what's it called, that he bought back then also. Never played it, never touched it, just had it at his home as a collection of his hobby, I don't know. And that's Lord of the Rings. I mean, before I wrote there, he said he wanted 1,000 Danish kroners. 1,000 Danish, it's, well, 100 euro is about 750 Danish kroners. So he wanted 1,000. So he wanted about, I don't know, a little more than 100 euros, you know, 130, 40 euros, I don't know. But when I went up there, he said, we talked for a couple of minutes, and I just paid him, gave him the chocolate and wine and all that, and he said, you know what, you can have this for free. I mean, I'm a sucker for the movies. I love the Lord of the Rings movies. The condition, I mean, look, it's got a crack up here. It's just, and that actually happened a short time after he bought it. As you can see here, it says 17th of January 1990. So it's 28 years old, guys. And he said he never ever played this game. It's just been on storage because of the box, and the condition is not the best, I know, but, and I don't know if this is worth 1,000 Danish kroners, I really don't know. But for me, it's not because it's a Commodore 64 game. That's not important. The important thing is it's Lord of the Rings, man. I love that universe. I love everything about Lord of the Rings. It's just great. And look at this brand new cassette. He told me that they were never ever played. So we got the manual here, and look at this, guys. I mean, with the book here, he has he wrote the book a couple of times, he said, but I mean, look at this. The first part of the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, J.R.R. Tolkien. I mean, look at this book. It's just a big ass book, guys. It's just, isn't that great? In English, how many pages? Over 500 pages. Isn't this just awesome? I think it's just great. I just had to share this with you guys. I mean, yeah, this is a collectible. I don't know if it's got some kind of value. I really don't know. I don't care. But for me, it's just priceless, man. I mean, I know some of you guys will write to me if I want to sell it. I don't want to sell it, but I can trade it with something awesome like this, but money has no interest for me. So, what a guy, what a Sunday evening. I mean, after we picked it up, we visited some different places with my son, and I got this toy, so I bought him a lot of toys also, and it was such a great day. But I'm just so happy, guys. Super nice, for me, super nice collector's Commodore 64 game with an awesome box. And I have more than these two Amiga 1000s. I have a couple of more at my friend's place. But I mean, getting this one, again, I don't care if the keyboard is missing, because I know that you can buy a little adapter you can plug in. Then on the other side you can just use standard Amiga 2000, 3000 keyboards that are really common. This keyboard is from one of my other Amiga 1000s. But the good part, the awesome thing is when I play games, I can just push this one in, and I have stored here for playing games, because my table is not that deep, or what's it called. So I really love using the Amiga 1000, but But this story, I just had to share it with you guys. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.